Well, hey guys. I figured I'd make kind of a day in the life during this coronavirus pandemic uh, for posterity purposes and just so everybody else can kind of commiserate with our family. It is currently March 26, 2020, and I think we're on day 14 of the coronavirus being in the US. Um, so, what it's like today, I'm still working in my job as a pathologist. I'm still considered essential because I am a medical provider, but my workload has significantly decreased. I'm seeing probably maybe 20, maybe 10% to 20% of my normal workload. So, a lot of my day is really just catching up on news, following the headlines, and I just get stuff as they trickle into my office and I handle them as they come. I can't work from home because I work with a microscope and I don't really have any way to set that up at my house. So I still have to come into work, and in my group, we have four other people besides me that are also still working in the office. Um, so I wish I could work from home, but the kids are home and that would make it extremely difficult for me. So as far as the kids go, school was canceled last Tuesday. I think last Monday. So I'm gonna try to hold with my other hand because my arm was getting tired. They went to school last Monday, and then that day, the state of Georgia decided that they're going to cancel schools from Tuesday indefinitely. So we don't know when they're going back. I really don't think they're going back. I think that they're just going to be having to do online learning for the rest of the school year, and hopefully they'll go back in the fall. I guess we'll just have to see how this all pans out. So, homeschooling or distance learning, they did it last week for Tuesday through Friday. They're technically on spring break this week. So, next week they'll start back up with distance learning. What makes it difficult in our house, we don't really have a designated homework room. Um, that's the layout of our house just doesn't allow for that. And then we also have a 3 year old that really requires constant attention because he's so curious and so independent. And if you take your eyes off of him for a minute, he's into something that he shouldn't be into. So for Alex, he's 13, he's in seventh grade. For the most part, he can handle his schoolwork by himself. He knows where he's supposed to go online. Most of what he was doing was online anyway. So all of his presentations, he knows where he's supposed to send them to. There were online quizzes that he was taking, so he's pretty good. I don't really have to keep up with him. Sadie, last week, I think she had sort of an abbreviated curriculum because it was the first week home. So we'll have to see how her curriculum is next week and how to handle it. She really didn't have that much work to do. It was mostly test questions on this website called USA Test Prep, and then just watching some videos for science. So I'm waiting to see what their curriculum is for next week before I figure out how to plan out her day. And then for Aiden, same thing. I'm not really sure what his curriculum is going to be like next week. Last week, it literally was like maybe 30 to 45 minutes of work. He would watch a math video, do some math sheets, do a reading passage with some questions, and then read for 20 minutes a day, which was really reading at night with Al at bedtime. And that was all he had to do. So we'll see how it goes next week. And as far as Bryce goes, I think we're going to have to just kind of, I don't know, obviously Al and I can't be home, and it's really up to the nanny to watch Bryce and make sure that the other three are doing their work. I'm not sure how to manage that. So that's still a work in progress. But he needs to be watched. He just cannot be left alone. So the other thing, though, everything has been canceled. Soccer, which was really taking up all of our life. I'm going to try to switch my hand again because my arm is tired. But soccer, we had soccer every night of the week. except for Friday, because Friday was karate night. But we did have the random soccer game on Friday night, and then our weekends were all soccer. And now that that's been canceled, it at least has been banned. Soccer has been banned until April 30th. So people can't gather to play soccer. Well, they can, but they can't gather to play school-related soccer. And so all of our evenings have basically let up because there's no soccer. Karate classes, they're doing online through an app called Zoom. We haven't tried that yet. We're going to try that on Friday. And then Alex was taking drumming lessons. That's the one thing that we're doing in person, because it's really just him and his teacher, and the parents drop the kids off. They don't walk into the house, and then she cleans everything between students. I'm not sure if we're going to continue doing that in person or if we're going to do that through Skype or FaceTime. I'm not very technically savvy, so trying to do all this stuff online is kind of overwhelming to me. I haven't figured it out yet. And then Sadie really wasn't doing anything. She had taken a break from soccer, and she's fine staying at home. And then Aiden was doing soccer, but he wasn't really enjoying it, so he doesn't really care that soccer has been canceled. He's just upset, not really upset, but he just keeps asking me if we can go to the store to buy, to spend his birthday money. His birthday was March 14th, and that was a Saturday. So the Friday before that, I went and I ate lunch with him and his friends, and I handed out cookies to the students, and that was right before the schools closed. So at least we were able to do that, but I told him we can't have a birthday party right now, and he was understanding of that. We'll have to have it later, but he wants to go to the store to spend his birthday money, and he keeps asking me about that, and I keep having to explain. He knows what coronavirus is. He knows what's going on. I just have to reiterate it every now and then. But I have been enjoying having our evenings free. The kids, the day with the daylight savings change and nothing going on, they're basically playing outside all evening. It's almost like we're having an early summer. They're outside all evening. Aiden learned how to ride his bike without training wheels, and I'll try to insert a clip right here. He was really excited about that. It didn't take him any time at all. I had just been postponing it because we really didn't have a good time to do it. We were always so busy, and now we have all this time. So one day I just said, let's just take these training wheels off. And this weekend we're going to try to start potty training Bryce, since we don't have anything going on. Might as well try to do that. But yeah, they're just outside all evening. Bryce is eating dinner, which he wasn't. I was having a really hard time getting him to eat dinner for a long time because he wouldn't be hungry, or he just didn't want to eat what I put on the table. But now, because he's outside and he's playing, he comes in and he actually sits down and he eats dinner. So, and then they're also able to sleep later. They don't have to wake up so early. They were waking up at 6 and 6:30 in the morning, and they weren't going to bed until 10:30 or 11. For Alex, that was definitely the case because he was doing homework up until bedtime, and Sadie was getting into that habit too. So, I mean, it's actually been a good, restart, I think, which I think our family needed for a long time. I was suffering emotionally just from being drained, trying to manage everything, just having a lot going on. And now that everything has been canceled, we can just kind of recharge as a family. We've taken a couple of family walks, which I really enjoy. And I can walk Ruby every night. She barks at people and dogs a lot, so I can't really walk her during the day, but I walk her at night after the kids go to bed. But so that's pretty much what's going on for us. And this is already 9 minutes, so I think I'll end this video here. And then the next video I make will be a couple of clips from today, just to kind of show what we're doing day to day. So I will see you guys later. And if you like this video, then press that like button and comment. And I don't think you can comment, but subscribe to my channel. You can see more. So talk to you guys later. Bye.